All right, which one of these I'm going to do today? All right, well, I think it's time to get rid of these bad boys. Today's video, guys, figure out what's wrong with this. See if we can make this bugger run again. So make some little kid happy and ride around the yard and drive his parents nuts.
Buckets, what is that?
Oh, it's called a TARDIS. That can go through space and time. And it's all mine. So, I'll be back.
Buckets? What? Holy buckets! Where did he go? Oh my gosh! I gotta call my mom.
Now that we got it on the lift, I can see one problem just looking at it. That cover's missing.
Ow!
Right here. Now it caused dirt and stuff to get into your magneto. So I have no idea the history on this, other than it's real dirty. Of course. Busted tail light. Oh, see the bracket on the back's missing. Headlights broke. But a lot of you guys have these Chinese made four-wheelers, which is a Honda copy engine. And typical problem with these things, I find, is the CDI box, which is right here. Well, we're going to check into that. We're going to dive into that here. See if we got spark. First thing I'm going to do, just see if it has spark. So, I'm going to hook up my battery box to this thing. And we'll see if we can get this thing going. So if you do have one, make sure you got a fresh battery. It's under the seat. And this is the location of the CD box on this one anyway. I don't know. This one's called a QIYE. Okay. But they all the same motor. They all have different names. So let this lift down a bit. Get under the seat. I'm not even sure if the battery's in this thing. Should be a little lever under here. Let's see. Or is the seat bolted down? Well, look at there. It's not even, doesn't even have a lever. Seat latch is broke. Does have the battery in it. I bet it's dead as a doornail. So we're going to use a jump box. So at least the key's in it. Now, turn the key on. I'm going to hit the brake. And the start button. I got the spark plug out. Now I see there's no spark. So, alright, let's hit that start button. See if we got a spark. Yep, no spark. Well, since we tried the spark plug, a new spark plug, still no spark. Could be any other ideas here, but I'm going to lead more toward this because I had that problem. I see this problem all the time. It's this CDI box. It's on the front. This one in particular is on the front. I've seen them on the rear. But this model here is on the front. It comes off fairly easy. Just it's rubber, it slides off. You push your little tab in over here and pull out, just like that. Now here's the other one right there, which you can get off Fleabay. I got, now I've seen different colors. There's white and green. I never did in my investigation if it mattered. But I just wanted to order the green one. The numbers ain't right. The numbers are different. But it should work just fine. It's the same pinout. So, we're going to put this one on. Let's see if we get some spark. Now that we got the new CDI box hooked up, put it in its spot. Now, a lot of times, guys, I've seen it where water will get up in here and it'll stop sparking. And then if it dries out, it'll start working again. So it might be a good idea to possibly move the CDI box from that area or cover it. It might be a good idea. But let's see if we got spark now. Let's see. Let's get it. I gotta reach up. Come on, focus camera. Camera girl's mowing and you can hear it in the background. Contact. Yeah, we got some pretty good spark now. Yeah, looks like we had a bad CDI box for sure. This is the original plug, and the number if you want to get a spark plug, A7TC SX. Plug didn't look too bad, but we'll put that back in. We'll give it a little bit of go-go juice on the spray and see if this thing will fire. Stuff in there, the chemical, juicy, whatever you want to call it. The bug starter. Bug spray. Yeah, let's make it so it catches on fire, right? Alright, let's give this a shot. Ooh, look at that. Now I gotta remember too, there's no neutral on this bike. There's no shifting. It just is just gas and go. So when you got it on the lift, be careful not to give it too much gas. In fact, I think I'm gonna lift the back end up so I don't shoot it off the lift like I've done in the past. But we know that's gonna start. So I'm gonna put some gas. I'm gonna put my little fuel tank on it. Let's see if this thing runs. Okay, like I was saying, guys, hey, look at there. Taillight's working, even though it's got water in there. Look at that. Now, what I want to do is lift this back end up off the ground a little bit. Well, off the table, so I'm not flying off the table. I'm going to use my jack. Just tiny little jack. Slide it under there. Jack this thing up. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not going to actually use this little jack. But ain't this thing cool? Love it. Miniature jack. I found it at a garage sale. I had to have it. To put it in with the rest of my garbage I have hanging up. Yeah. So. Alright, seriously, I'm going to use a better jack. I'm not going to ruin my little cute jack here. Just try starting it. It doesn't want to start on its own with this fuel, so I'm guessing the carburetor is going to be gooped up. Another thing, I'm going to find a cover for this. I think I'm just going to pull this cover off and clean it, because there's probably a lot of dirt and grime inside it. More than likely, and I'm going to have to take all this off just to get to that. But yeah, they lost that, so that's got to be done. So I'm going to pull this carburetor off, and we'll see what this thing looks like. Gonna be toughy. Gonna have to get up inside here and get these two bolts out here to get this carburetor off. And should be able to come this way to get the top off. All right. Got the carburetor off. Got the top off. I'm gonna show you how cheap these suckers are really getting. Take a look at this. I was about ready to open this carburetor. Carburetor, as my friend Tara would say. To get the bowl off, you have to throw it away. Check that out. Huh. You can't get those out. Well, I can get them out. Huh? But it's a throwaway carburetor. No way of taking that apart. There is. I'm going to cut little slots in there. And I'll get this thing unscrewed. So I thought I'd show you that before we get into taking this thing apart. Unbelievable. Wow. So, and if you just want to get into a carburetor, yes, they're cheap on eBay. They're only like 20 or 30 bucks. You can order yourself a new carburetor and you're done. You won't even have to bother rebuilding this or cleaning it out. But me, I'm one cheap redneck, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this apart. Stick around to the end and watch the skit. It's actually pretty funny where I end up with the TARDIS. Well, now that I got it apart, I'll show you that in a minute, but you guys, if you don't use 100% gas, if you're using an ethanol gas, that's what it looks like after sitting for a while. Yeah. And what I did was I drilled them out. That way I could probably pull those out with the needle nose or really something small. I could probably replace those. I don't think those are rivets, but let me double check. All right, what I used was a real small pair of wire cutters. Needle nose didn't quite cut it, but they screwed right out. Real nice. So they are screwed, they're not rivets. And they're threaded holes. So I'm just going to get myself a couple more screws, but I'm going to clean up this carburetor and nasty. And put it back together. Let's see if this thing will run. I found some screws here. They fit in it good. These are metric screws. Since I work in electronics, a lot of stuff is from Japan or China, whatever. They're metric screws, so I found a nice set of screws that fit in there. Got it cleaned up inside. I made sure the holes on the pilot jets are clear. I didn't do a bunch of cleanup on the outside of it because the bike's dirty anyway. So, all right, let's put this back on and let's see if she runs. All right, before I drain the gas out of here, I got my tank hooked up, my little spare tank. So we got the gas hooked up, carburetor's on. I oiled up the chain a little bit here because that chain was pretty rusty. That's off the ground. All right. New spark plug, new CDI. All right. Let's give this thing a shot here. Whoa, oh. Look at it, it even idles. Now I did notice the idle air screw right there. Same way, it's plugged, you can't adjust it. Good thing, because I don't think I'm going to have to. It's got a tiny bit of a miss. But hey, for that carburetor, the way it looked, I am shocked. That's not running too shabby. Okay. Well, let me go through this thing. Put that little cover on the other side, which I did, by the way. Found a used little cover. I took this cover off, cleaned it all out, just blew it out. It wasn't too bad inside. Sorry I didn't show that. I'm going to drain the fuel, put some fresh gas in it, make sure all the tires are pumped up, and give this thing a ride. Here we go. This was an easy video. Wasn't that bad. But hey, it's something. At least a lot of problems with these is that CDI box. So we're going to give this thing a quick ride. Me and my big old fat butt. meant for like a 3 or 4 year old boy, girl, whatever. Holy buckets!
Can we say big kid?
Holy buckets! I don't think this is gonna be meant for a 3-year-old unless he really knows how to drive. This thing has a lot of power. Wow! Anyway, don't forget to watch the end of this video what happens with me and the TARDIS. Haha! So anyway, hey, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. Really appreciate that. And we'll try to get more content out. Hey, have a nice day. Talk to you guys soon. And talk to you later. Yeah, buddy! It actually worked. Sweet. I'm at the community days here. Okay, where's the food? Cool, look at all this stuff. They even got a band playing. All right. Where's the food? I gotta find the food. Cool, I found the food. Yeah.
And brought me back from being